Number of old structures in and around Panjim city in our jurisdiction have already been identified, and we have found out who the owners are. Some of the owners are here in Goa, the others the absentee landlords. The whereabouts are not known. Anyway, despite all that, we have done our studies of all those buildings, and as a result of which there were some cases where the landlords were owners were present before me. I did a hearing of that and passed an order in confidence and consultation with the owner, saying that the buildings, since they are not fit for residents, not fit for living, and dangerous to the, if there are occupiers, there are some tenants in some cases, otherwise dangerous to passerbys who pass by, being will cause loss of to property and life. So we decided, in my order I stated that the buildings being unfit, after we obtained a stability report, is to be pulled down. And if it is to be reconstructed, either by the owner or whoever the next person going to reconstruct it exactly the same way as it was, after taking the permission from the conservation committee. So the structures will be restored back again to the original use, as its present structures cannot be restored. It is gone beyond repairs.
Okay, so how many buildings are there?
Totally we have identified something of 23, 24 buildings as such, big and small. But I have passed on order for about some 7 so far.
In and around?
In my jurisdiction, jurisdiction of CCP.
Okay. So, any response from the owner, what they are saying?
In most cases, the owners have agreed, saying that it is dangerous, but owners have expressed the inability to pull down because of the cost involved. The cost to pull down those buildings is a bit too much, and again taking away the debris that remains. So in that case, we already written the letter. The order is written by the district magistrate, who under the District Management Authority Act, under the District Management Act, has agreed. Sorry, not district, disaster management has agreed to give us the go ahead to pull down such structures, which are in totally gone condition, and the stability report says it cannot be saved.
Okay, there is one more question, right? About the creek has been, this silting is going on there. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, we have started at this day. As you can see, the work is going on. About 60% of it has already been desilted. We have removed tons of garbage and all kinds of garbage that was there, from bottles to plastics to all other silt and mud and debris.
Because we have seen that all the desilting, whatever you are taking the mud from the creek is dumped.
It is not dumped, it is placed there for drying purpose.
Because the rain is coming.
Rain will, before that will clear it. If you take wet soil directly from the creek, it is going to create havoc on the roads. You will get water all over the roads. Besides that, wet silt is much more heavy than dry. So we kept it for the drying purpose. Of course, unseasonal rains, but whatever. We will be lifting it up and taking it away. Most of it is going to be used actually for fertilizers, because actually it's good fertilizers. The plastics, the glass and metal is removed.
There is one more question last about light poles.
Yeah.
What happened? So you are removing these all
The old poles where power department has identified along with us, both which are rusted, totally eaten up, about to collapse, are going to be replaced with new ones. Already the power department has got some 100 poles made of GI galvanized steel in its possession, so they'll be putting up those poles. They are trying to finish before, but I do not think it will be done before the monsoons. But when monsoons are not affected in any way, because it's a small portion that you have. It takes time to remove. You have to turn off the power supply, bring the cranes to remove it, to reinstall it. It takes time. Being congested area, and especially in the city during office time, it becomes difficult. So it will take a bit of time.
It's 100 poles or more than 100?
At the moment we got 100 poles. There's much more than 100, but we got 100 in a position already.
यावर स्पेशल अशी प्रिकॉशन केली असं, कारण एव्हरी इयर उदक ब्लॉक जातात ते.
एव्हरी इयर ब्लॉक जातात. लास्ट मान्सून पणजे ब्लॉक झाले. जाऊ ना. Only Kamarabad comes in Village Panchayat Talegaon, not Panjim.
स्पेशल प्रिकॉशन अशी किती असतात?
I'm asking you, was there flooding last year?
There was
no, except for Pato, nowhere at Panjim there was flooding. So the same measurements we are taking now. We already started desilting. Massive, you can see anytime to your round mark Ponje, it's okay. Almost every drain has been removed out. The only problem is the outlet, where the water goes into the rainwater goes into the river Mandovi, that has to be dredged. So we are already in talks with the WRD. That has to be, because the height of the silt is it's blocking the mouth of the gutter. So the water that flows out, it blocks there. And water patun city neda.
Last question, sir. Cleanliness, there will be hygiene rate on the restaurant and hotels in Panjim. So Panjim city is selected. So
How you will take it up?
how will
We already started during in the Eat Smart City. We already started a work on it. Hygiene rating means what? Every restaurant, eating house, coffee shop, it doesn't necessarily mean hotels. Anything, including a small cafe, can apply for the hygiene rating. There are certain standards which they have to observe. Cleanliness from the kitchen right up to the table when the person is served, including also the used cooking oil, not be used again. We are collecting cooking oil. There's an agency, panel agency, which are going to collect the used cooking oil, so they don't have to put it in the drains or use it again for cooking purpose. Besides that, we are also having various parameters to qualify for the Eat Smart City. If they qualify for that, they will be given that rating, hygiene rating. If they get a hygiene rating, they automatically come in the list of coffee shops or cafes or whatever it is, which says that they are it's absolutely safe, hygiene and fit for eating, which automatically increases their standing.
the criteria main?
There's quite a lot of. I will share it with you. The criteria is a lot.
So main criteria is the
First from the kitchen, starting from the kitchen, the aeration, the drainage, the insect control, then the vermin in case there are any rats or cockroaches, the absence of all that, the measures taken to prevent those proliferation of such. Then the cooks, anybody who come in contact with food, the use of gloves, chef caps, there are various parameters. I will share it with you.
I've seen because
No, that was a permission given earlier. Now we are not giving any permission. Now only one permission is given at Altin was because there was that 12 kVA line. They wanted to had to put it before the rain because the other existing cables have failed. So for the people of Altin to benefit and to continue uninterrupted power supply this monsoon, we have to give it. It's unfortunate, but anyway, we have taken an assurance plus a deposit from them that will restore the road to its original. And not only that question, the entire thing they want to carpet. If they don't, we have got a deposit, we will do it. So the citizen, they need not worry about it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.